or agile development management. Okay, so I've talked you through the first phase. I've talked you through what could be considered for second phase. And then what I feel as well is when you get to the third phase, this is the phase whereby you know that you want to give the product to customers. Is after you've given the product to customers and customers have used the product that you then want to close it. And I went into details of what we do at this phase with everybody last Tuesday. Is that correct? So what I've said now, does it make sense to you guys? Is it clear what I've said now?
Yes, it is clear, much clearer. Thanks.
It's much clearer now. All right.
Yes.
Did you guys get time to work with Dell? I made some correction with Dell. Did you?
No, we reached out to. Sorry, we reached out to her, but we haven't received anything from her. I'm not sure if her internet is still playing up because that was what happened on Tuesday. She promised to share it with us, but we haven't heard from her. I'll follow up with her now.
So she still hasn't shared it with you till now.
No, she hasn't. No.
Okay, can you share with me what you wrote for these stages? Can I see your stage one? Let's go. Show me the word. Not this. Go to the next one. All right. Can you see? All right. So you've seen what you have here. Some of these things are modeled up. Some of them are. So you want to talk me through this based on the explanation I've given you?
Yeah, so for the first stage will be the discovery phase where we'll create a scope statement.
Okay, you are not the one creating scope. All right. The scope statement will be given by who? Who gives you the scope statement? Pardon? Pardon?
The product owner.
The product owner.
No.
No. Stakeholder?
Your sponsor gives the scope statement.
Right.
The product owner is part of the people that understand. He has worked with the product, he has worked with the stakeholders, but the scope statement is something you will get from the sponsor. Then the product owner will support in saying, yes, this is what they want. Does this make sense, guys? Your product owner is not the sponsor of the project. Are we together?
Yes, that makes sense. Yeah.
So go ahead. After your scope statement, what should happen?
Undertake a feasibility study to determine and create a persona to understand the demographics, the age, the pain points of the end users.
What would that help us to do?
To determine how to create the right product that meets the needs of the end user.
So from that, what do we then create?
A business case.
We understand the product vision from the perspective of the we'll work iteratively and then lead to, which will avoid, assumptions and not planning. So because we're working in an agile environment, so we set up our epics and features.
Yeah, you might not set up your epic, your features in the first phase, because that first phase is meant for you to go through to know that, to ask the question and get an answer that you have a worthwhile project. Does that make sense? So some of the things that we explained, as you do your persona definition, that leads you into saying, okay, we have a case, we have a business that we can really, really hang on to. Maybe you want to produce business case or project charter. All of those will guide us. And then from management perspective, if you want to produce a PID, you produce the PID at that first phase so that we will know how you plan to manage risk, how you plan to manage issues, how you plan to do this, how you plan to communicate, how you plan to do that's left to you as a delivery manager to let your stakeholders know and give them rest of mind. But once you get to the second stage, which is your phase two, this is the place where we should now, from the vision, be able to know that we have an epic. And from our epic, it's important we start to build features.
I've got a question for you. The persona definition, does that happen as part of the user research, the UX, UI research? Is it when you're doing that is when you do the persona definition as well?
It's after you've
I
come back
didn't
from your UX.
from the research.
When the
Okay.
UX UI researcher comes back with their findings, then that's
Okay.
when we want to build our persona definition.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is that helpful, guys?
Very helpful. Yeah.
Let's go to the second phase then. Let's see.
One moment. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
So
you see
again,
what you have here?
yeah.
What you have here is going to typically make us to be waterfall, project plan, resources, business requirement document, wireframe, all of this. Nothing is wrong with us doing wireframe. Now, can you imagine you are putting kickoff meeting? Does that mean you have done the project till half, then you are now having kickoff meeting? Your kickoff meeting was done in the first stage, not the second stage. Are we clear?
Yeah.
Our budget and whatever it is, the cost, would have been done from the first stage, not the second stage.
Also, would we first stage that be when we get all the team members in as well?
But then,
The first stage, will that be when we get the team members in as well, or would that be?
oh, of course, before
Yeah.
you see, once you have your persona definition, you have your vision, then you know who you need. You assemble the team. Because in your project charter, it's important you know who is who. Your project charter should be able to help me to know who are the people with you. You have a solution architect, you don't have a solution architect, you have a tech lead, you don't, you have developers, you don't have developers. I should be able to see all of those. Are we clear?
Yeah. Clear.
So after we've done this second phase, and we've done those things that I said, let's go to the third stage you have. We can't do build and design. Why is it that we cannot just do build and in fact, if you want to talk about that, you design before you build, isn't it? So why is it that we don't do that anymore? We used to.
Because
You
that
get me?
tends to be a bit more waterfall. You design it, then you go and build it. It doesn't allow for a lot of iterative development. It's usually
Exactly.
a waterfall project.
Yeah. So if you design your product from the beginning, you did all the design at once. You just say, we've designed it. That is it. Then it doesn't give you opportunity to work iteratively. Where it's just like the plan that you spoke about. You plan once and for all. That's why we don't believe in agile. We don't believe in the regular plan that waterfall does. Why? Why don't we believe in it? Because the plan that they have, they even call it detailed plan. The moment you do that, what you're saying is we can't alter it. No, we don't want that. In Agile, we want it to be that we're continuously planning. If you give me a budget of 2 million, I want to make sure that I'm planning with it. All right? And I'm able to give you feedback to say, based on this, this is where we are. Not for me to say, oh, we have planned just as you were doing. You have everything statically planned, and then you now take that. The now says, and then that's your budget. I've taught you before, and I said it last week, that can't work. Why is it that that cannot work? Why did I say that wouldn't work well? They are not talking to me. Oh. They're quiet on me now. Okay. I'll take it that you're not hearing me. Should I take it that none of you is hearing me? Go to the next stage, please. Can you go to the so you can hear me, but you choose to be quiet. God bless your quietness. Well done. Eh?
So I don't know the answer to the question you asked me, but I have a different question if I can ask.
Ask your question. So
So what
you
would
have
be a
to give
more
your appraisal
appropriate?
phase.
What's that?
Please go ahead.
What would be a
Okay.
more appropriate name for that sort of phase then in an agile, in a project where you were going to go through an agile
You mean the
methodology?
second phase?
Like second phase, yeah. What would be a more appropriate
Well,
descriptive name to call it?
like I said, what I don't want to do is to give you names. I don't want it to be something that I'm the one coining it up for you. I want to teach you and I want you to come up with it so that it would, but you guys are forcing me to give you the words. Huh? So it could mean that the first one is discovery. The second one, it could be, if you want, you could make it development stage. It could be develop and deploy stage, if that's what you want. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
So, and then the last phase, if you want, you can make it, you can call it release and close, if that's what you want. Okay? So it depends. I just want you guys to think out of the box. I don't want it to be that everything, I have to come up with a name for you, come up with that, then you wouldn't be a part of it. Then it would be that, oh, Femi gave us this, Femi gave us that, rather than all of you thinking to say, oh, we created the framework together. What I want is for you to be the ones to create the framework. That's why I'm teaching you what I'm teaching you. That's why you remember I showed you the guide that I was creating. That's why I don't want you to just copy what I did, just word for word and say, well, we've done it. I want you to think out of the box and give me something. Okay.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Why did it take you so long to join, Dale?
I was still in data squad meeting. I had 2 hours workshop with the team. So it's now we are closing. Sorry for coming late.
No problem. Not good excuse for me, though, because I told you it's important that you're on this call. All right.
Yeah, I've shared the document. So what I
But they
had,
said they don't have it.
I did that while I was still in the meeting. I had to summarize the meeting and close it for today. So I've sent it to Loretta, Isaac, and Chioma. They have it in their DM.
Okay, guys,
Sorry.
if you have it now, based on what I've explained to you now, I need that to be corrected to reflect what I've said now.
Yeah, we've got it.
Does it make sense now?
Yes, it does.
So once you've done that, then we can look through it together and we can then say, as an organization, myself, Deji, Pat, everybody would look into it and say, going forward, this is the framework for Blue Sky Citadel. This is how Blue Sky Citadel will be delivering its projects going forward. Because every organization must have a structure. Without a structure, then anybody would do anything they think they should do. And that's not what we want. All right, people?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, thank you. Got it.
As I said, I need to finish this at 11 because I've got something else at 11. So we have just 2 minutes left now. Is there any quick question you have for me in 2 minutes? Because I need to go.
Yes, Mr. Femi, I will have a question. In order for us to get it right, looking forward to work with the interns together. When are we to present this again to you so we can get approval of this particular framework?
I want to see it latest by Tuesday. I don't want to treat this topic anymore because I've treated it this week. That's what I concentrated on this week. And I want it to be that next week we move on. But I can indulge you on Tuesday. Once you've incorporated everything that I've corrected now, I would indulge it for Tuesday. Look through it and then get it to be that you get approval. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, we look forward to that.
Please don't forget what I've
Sure,
said. I need this to reflect.
that should be a
Yeah, I need this to reflect agile
to Blue Sky
framework.
Yeah.
Whatever you do
Okay.
must reflect agile framework. Under your discovery,
Okay.
don't forget what I said. I need it to be that you have your UX, UI researching, you have your persona definition, all other things that you may want to do, they are yours. You want to do PID document, you definitely, all of those things, if you've done your persona definition, it should lead you into creating your business case or your project charter. All right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Yes,
guys.
Do we have are we recording this session?
It's recording. It's recording.
You will
Can
need the recording of last Tuesday and today. Today, your recording is not very good because it's been broken into 2. But you need the recording of last Tuesday.
Okay.
All right?
I'll upload yours just to help. Yeah.
Today as well. Okay. Have a good
Yeah.
evening.
Thank
Have a
you.
good night. Cheers.
Yes. Please, while
Thank you.
Mr. Femi is leaving, can we just have a 2-minute talk while he leaves? Please.
Yeah, sure. I think it's, yeah, that's fine. I guess, Kemi, you can stop
Okay, then we have
recording then.